Good morning. This is Jim with Gun Lake Paddle Sports YouTube channel. I'm out on a beautiful July 1st morning here in Michigan. I've had the honor of being a representative for the microlite trailers since their beginning 15 years ago. And one of the favorite things I get to do each day is explain to people and answer questions that come from all over the country. One of the questions that I find is difficult to put into words is the sleeping arrangements in our trailers, particularly our cargolite xtreme. Behind me I have both our cargolite xtreme and our cargolite plus. Today we're going to compare the room in both of those trailers. And the first trailer that I want to talk about is the cargolite plus. This is exactly the same trailer as our cargolite, except it has a little larger people door right here. It's pretty good sized. You don't have to duck as much to get inside because the trailer is 1 foot taller. Our cargolite inside is 48 inches from the floor to the ceiling. The cargolite plus is 60 inches. I'm going to open the other door to get some more light in there this morning. That's better. Comes with a roof vent fan, 2 screened opening windows, 2 screened separate doors. This particular one is our 2020 display model, fresh from the production floor. Just picked it up yesterday. It has the Rhino rack roof rack and also the Rhino rack Sunseeker awning. This one's equipped with the upgraded aluminum wheel spare. Cargolite Plus and the Cargolite Xtreme, in this case the Xtreme Stretch is what we have in front of us, are exactly the same width, 57.5 inches wall to wall. The Cargolite Plus is 9 feet long from the back door to the front wall. There are some cubbies that come out of the roof area and extend partway down, but to the wall is 9 feet. So we compare that with the Cargolite Xtreme. Although this particular trailer is the Xtreme Stretch, it's our 2019 display model that has been featured in videos before. Both the Xtreme and the Xtreme Stretch are identical in width and in height, so this will work real well. It's also identical in the way the bed sets up, which is the focus of this video. There's 8.5 feet in this Cargolite Xtreme between the back door and the front wall. Now the Stretch has 28 inches more, but both are capable of loading even the largest motorcycles that we know of and most quads and ATVs. We don't have the width to do the side-by-side machines, but many people use these campers simply as campers. Never put anything else in other than people. So with people in mind, we'll get about the business of setting up the bed and explaining how it works. I'm going to take the Xtreme from the position of stowed bed, the position that you would use if you were going to put something large inside, to the first position that's available, Unhook the bed halves from the wall. Locate the mounting holes, and instantly you have a bench. We're going to do the same to the other side. The cushions I have are strapped together in the center. They're 6 feet long, and they make a nice place to sit down as a bench. Whether you're using this side or not, whether you've got your table set up here to eat on, or you just use this as your table, it's pretty handy. One way that we make the bed for people that are not bringing along something that requires ramps to load in and out, we've developed a piece called the rear bed insert. You'll find it on our order guide. We'll make this piece in either one solid piece or in 2 pieces, so it's a little easier to handle. It's made from the same 1-inch tube framing that everything else in this trailer is made from. It's one way we keep it light. The rear bed insert simply slides in to the shelf area that's naturally created when the bed's in the bench position. Now you have a nice platform. Take both of the standard cushions that come with this trailer, place them in here, and you've got 6 foot of bed space. Still plenty of room to set up, plenty of height, storage cubbies on both sides, screened opening windows, standard roof vent, screened doors just like on the Plus. So this is the number 1 way that the bed is made. We'll do the next way in a moment. Our original design, when the Xtreme first came out, we figured that the majority of people would be loading something inside. That's not exactly how it turned out, but the rear bed insert was created that I just demonstrated to you for people that simply want to use it as a camper. However, for those that are loading in a motorcycle or an ATV, you have 2 choices as far as the door is concerned. If you're comfortable using ramps, the ramps are standard equipment. I'm going to grab one in a minute. But if you want to use this trailer and use it with a loading ramp door like the Cargolite Plus we just viewed, the ramp door is available. So I'm going to grab a ramp or 2. Here's the loading ramps that are standard equipment. They mount right on the back of the trailer. My tripod's a little bit in the way, but you get the general idea. You can roll up anything in the back. But most importantly, the ramps can be used for your bed support. I'll grab the other one. They usually stagger them a little bit. You can adjust how far they're open or closed depending on how much room you need underneath the bed for storage. When you're using the bed insert, of course it's all open underneath there, but when we're using the ramps, you can move them around and just make a good solid platform for you to sleep on. We'll release the beds once again from the stowed position. Simply set them on the ramps using the same cushions that are standard equipment. And you have exactly the same bed that you had with the rear bed insert. So I hope that this helps clear up the questions. How do you sleep in these? What are the options for sleeping in these? We have had customers that asked us to just do away with the complete flip and fold bed system. We're happy to do that. If they have their own mattress, cot, or any of the above that we discussed earlier, you can do away with the flip and fold bed system altogether if you choose and get a credit for it. No camping video would be complete without some good camping tips, and I promised that I would include some camping tips each time I did a video, so stay tuned. There's a good one coming up. Okay, this tip is about building a fire. One of many I'm going to do that concerns building a fire. So you've got your beautiful campsite, you've stopped at the local place to pick up some wood, and you've got some wood that you're ready to make a fire with. Most of the pieces that come in the bundles are just too darn big to get a decent fire started. A cheery fire, one that has some nice high flames, low smoke, so you don't annoy your neighbors. So the question is, how do you go about getting these pieces to be smaller without risking killing yourself? I can't tell you how many times I've seen people try to whack them with their fingers nearby. I've seen people try to whack them from a distance. Sometimes they hit them, sometimes they miss and glance off. Legs get dangered. People around you are dangered. There's a good way to get a piece of wood like this, or like this one, split into smaller chunks for a cheerier fire without endangering your limbs or anybody else. Choose your wood carefully when you use this method. A piece that has knots in it, branches coming off it, can be a little more difficult, still doable, but I try to first pick on the pieces that have a pretty good straight grain, running all the way down, no knots, no branches, and you don't have to swing an axe in order to get this to happen. I simply use the piece of wood to stabilize the chunk, get my axe in there a little bit, and I call it just whacking it. The proper term is batoning or batoning it. Now there's a nice piece. That's going to make a cheery fire. Can't settle for just one though. A little smaller piece, it's got some rod in it. You want to start your fire. You might need even smaller pieces, no problem. Get a rod on the outside here, isn't splitting it evenly, but that's all right, we've got more. Flip this around. Afraid to take your time, get it right. See, the grain's going this way, so I'm going to try to shave off a little piece to help get the fire started. might even be able to break that again. Let's give it a try. That's beautiful. Start getting some pieces that size, then you can start using your knife. You can make shavings, and you can get all the makings for a fire without the need to pour accelerants on it, without the need to burn up all your wood in the first 5 minutes or 15 minutes. These bundles that you buy from the stores and the campgrounds, they're not the biggest, so it's important to try to make them last so you don't burn through so much money. And you use these smaller pieces, you make a nice airy fire, nice cheery fire, nice smoke-free fire. You'll not only look like a camping pro, but you'll enjoy your fire a lot better. I hope you enjoyed that tip. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.